Your team is growing, and as a founder or a manager, maybe you're in L&D or you are part of the enablement team. Struggling with onboarding or training is chaos, and you're not alone. 73% of teams say their training process does not scale. But what most companies don't realize is that the problem isn't the people or your processes. The problem is that modern documentation tools are not built for how modern teams actually work. Until now, I've been testing Guideless, which actually solves this better than you might imagine, and it is a surprisingly delightful tool to use. Today, I'm going to break down everything you need to know: what it is, how it works, the key features, pricing, and exactly who it's built for. By the end, you're going to know whether this is the tool that finally gets your onboarding and your SOPs out of Loom and into something your team will actually love to maintain. Let's get into it. Now, before we dive in, this video is brought to you by Guideless, and they gave me an exclusive offer for my audience. When you use that first link down below and the code, you are going to get the Guideless Pro plan completely for free for your first month. That includes unlimited guides, team workspaces, insight analytics, and MP4 export. They also have a free plan that you could start with today with no credit card required. Just click that first link down below in the description. Now, what is Guideless? Guideless turns your click-through workflow into a narrated video guide in minutes. No manual recording or editing. You just install the extension, walk through the process inside your browser, and Guideless captures every step and will write the narration generated from a natural AI voiceover.
Open the Framer login page to begin the process.
And you have a ton of options. Then it will assemble a finished guide you could share instantly, embed in Confluence or Notion, or export as an MP4. It essentially replaces any manual SOPs that you need to create with, say, Google Slides and grabbing screenshots and writing what the screenshot is, and it replaces all that maintenance as well. This also replaces Loom, because when you record a Loom video, and I've recorded thousands of them, if you make a mistake in the middle of the video, you can't go back and fix it. But with Guideless, you can. And the best part is, anyone on your team can use it in minutes. It doesn't require video editing, no script writer. You just do the workflow and the tool handles everything else. Now, let's cover the core features. The first thing to know is the Chrome extension workflow capture. You just install the extension, hit record, and go through your workflow naturally. And that's it. Guideless will do the rest automatically. The next feature is where Guideless is really powerful: the AI generated script and natural narration. Once your workflow is captured, it will write the narration for you, which you can manually edit or edit with AI, and then you could add a natural AI voice on top. We're talking 100+ voice options across 50+ languages. And it's not gonna sound robotic, it sounds like something you'd actually pay to produce, and you didn't even have to write a single word. Just take a listen to these 3 narrations.
Let's run an SEO site audit using Site Audit Tool in SEMrush.
让我们订阅 Aerops Pro 计划。首先，打开 Aerops 网站。
Commençons par ouvrir la page d'accueil de Trello. Cliquez sur Tarifs en haut de la page.
Now, anytime you're doing work like this, you'll need to blur out sensitive information. And so, if there is any confidential information like client names, financial figures, internal metrics, you could blur it before you publish. And this step is actually the easiest I have ever seen executed with any software tool. You just turn on the extension, click the blur button, and then click on the elements that you want blurred out. It's as easy as that. And this is gonna allow you to document real, live workflows without exposing sensitive information. For For ops and CS teams working with actual customer accounts, this is a must-have. Now, if you have a tool that is this robust and powerful, we then need to talk about team workspaces. Guideless has team workspaces built for collaboration, but the key detail here is live updates. When a process changes, you don't re-record. You just update the guide and it reflects everywhere you've embedded and shared it. Whether it's a Confluence page, an email link, or a customer-facing help doc. And that's what makes this scalable. You don't have to wait until the next time you have a production setup or a studio to film that specific clip. You could do it on the go, do it quickly, and it will update everywhere. In my opinion, this is one of the tools, once you test it, you'll feel the magic of it and you'll never go back. Next, when it comes to export and embed, it is exactly what it sounds like. You can share it via a URL instantly, embed it on your website or your favorite tool, or export it as an MP4 in one click. However your team needs to consume the content, you're covered. And then there's insights, and this is powerful. You can see where people are dropping off and what percentage are actually completing a guide. I don't know about you, but I have created hundreds of tutorials and I always wonder which tutorials are getting the most engagement, because often it's not the one you expected. So if you've got a process guide that your team is going back to constantly, Insights is going to tell you that. And it's going to show you what's actually working and where you might need to tighten something up. Now, let me do a live walkthrough of creating a simple guide.
Now, let's create our first guide together. As you can see on my screen here, I'm logged into YouTube Studio. I want to create a guide that's going to pull some of the analytics from our account. As you're going to see, you're going to be able to use this across anything that you have open in your browser. First thing I'm going to do is click on the Guideless Chrome extension right here at the top of my screen. As soon as I click on it, in the bottom corner, you could see this little menu show up and it gives you a few key options. It shows you that you are beginning a new guide. Then it shows you could pause the guide if you need to. Then you could blur information. You could also restart and you could also discard. In this case, as you can see, there's some information here that I may want to keep private. So in this case, I'll click blur and then I'll go into the account here and just click on the items I want to blur. As you can see, it's as easy as that. Any information I want hidden, I can make hidden. Now from here, the first thing we'll do is click on analytics and then we need to set the right timeline. Now the stat we want to pull is this number right here. So I'm going to click on it and then I am going to double click here and then do Command C to copy it. And then from there, we want to pull our subscriber data. We'll click on that and then do the same thing, copy it, and now we are good to go. I'll hit save. I'll click the green check mark to complete this guide, and you'll see it says it's wrapping up. Now, I have not done a thing. And you already see a thumbnail, you see an entire transcript, and then you see all the visuals throughout every step that we took through the process down here at the bottom. So if there is a specific step that we'd like to keep or remove, we could easily do that. If we need to add a step, we could do that. If we need to duplicate a step, we can do that. Then going back to our transcript here, you could come in here and add a sentence if you want. In this case, I will remove this. Perfect. Then it says select 90 days. That's perfect. That's great. Good to go. And so far, I like the script. Then I'll go here and I'll say copy this number and then click on the subscribers and copy this number. Perfect. I can manually change it as you just saw, or I could come up here and then say, make this more concise. And in this case, not just step 8, but all steps. And just like that, it updated the script. And then in this case, I'm going to do it and make it more descriptive. Okay, great. Now we can come down here and select the voice that we want. As you can see, there are a lot of options. You can choose from a different gender. You could choose from different languages. In this case, it's going to be English. And so let's go through a few of these voices.
Let's explore new ideas together and see where our curiosity leads us.
Great.
Let's explore new ideas together and see where
Let's begin exploring new ideas together.
The library doors opened, welcoming everyone into a world of
I just brewed a fresh
cup of coffee for a cozy afternoon break.
Archie is cool, Ronald is cool. Let's just start with Archie. And now I'm gonna hit generate voiceover. It's gonna start working on the voiceover for the whole video. In our case, you could see the blue background, but you could choose a lot of different options. You could upload your own, choose your own color. You could then adjust how you want the shape and the style to be. And then from there, you could select zoom options for every single step in your process. And finally, this is really important. You could choose the cursor you want and the size. So in this case, it could be bigger or smaller. And so I'm gonna select it right here at 70 and keep it just like that. Now, are you ready to preview the video we've just put together? Let's do this. And again, I'm doing this live. There's not a lot of waiting I'm doing on my end. So let's look at this preview here together.
Let's explore your YouTube analytics in depth. Begin by opening YouTube Studio and heading to your channel dashboard to get started. On the dashboard, find and click on Analytics in the left menu to access detailed performance metrics for your channel. At the top of the Analytics page, click the last 28 days drop-down to change the reporting time frame. From the drop-down that appears, select last 90 days to expand your view and explore longer-term channel trends. Click on the summary graph or card showing your channel's performance over time for a more detailed breakdown. Locate and click on your total view count, 1,927,900.
This is awesome. As you can see, it took every step and created an entire transcript for the video. What I really like as well is I'll mute the voice, but if you just click on the arrows on your keyboard, it'll literally take you step by step. So it's almost like having chapters on YouTube, but for every individual step. So you could find exactly what you're looking for even faster. Now, when a video like this is ready to share, you'll click on the share button in the top right corner and you'll see all your options here. First, only you can view or anyone with the link can view. Then from there, you can get the embed code and you could also download it as an MP4. So if I click on that, you'll see my options show up here. I'll do 4K. I will do no captions and I'll export. And you could grab the embed code by just clicking here and then clicking copy and you're good to go. That is awesome. Let's now talk about pricing. You could get started today for free, and that's gonna include up to 3 guides, AI narration, AI voices, and shareable anywhere. This is a great way that you and your team can use it before you commit to anything. Next up is the Pro plan, and this starts at $29 per month per user when it's billed annually. And this gives you everything you're gonna need: unlimited guides, unlimited narrations, and unlimited voiceovers, as well as insights, no watermarks, and MP4 export. So for teams trying to get SOPs running on autopilot, or videos added to their help center, and maybe even their YouTube channel, without needing a full production studio, and without having to feel like you need to be on camera or talk through everything you're showing on your screen. For $29 per month per user, you could get started today. Oh, and mind you, there's no additional need to pay for a video editor either. Don't forget to use that first link down below in the description to get started with your Pro plan and get your first month free. Now, who is this for? Guideless is built for teams that are scaling and realizing their current documentation process doesn't scale with them. Whether you're an operations manager building repeatable workflows, HR teams building onboarding programs, customer success teams creating help content, or founders who need to get institutional knowledge out of their head before the next hire joins, Guideless is the perfect solution. And beyond internal training, Guideless is also a great tool for product marketing or customer onboarding videos. Take for example Trendos, the same company group that built NordVPN. They've been using Guideless to build out product demos, share them with customers, and upload them to their YouTube channel. I really think Guideless solves a very unique gap that other tools out there just don't do as well, or make it more complicated than it needs to be. And this is gonna remove the gap from we should document this to it's actually done. With just a simple Chrome extension, you have everything you need to create unlimited guides. Use that first link down below to get started today. If you got value from this video and you want more content like this, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.